13 move. So it's another glitch, twitch in history that they took. You ever notice when they talk about Moors, they always talk about them as if they were the minority? They don't say they're the minority. They just always talk about them like they're the minority. So intuitively, your subconscious cerebral picks it up as such. This is dealing with your emotions. And your emotions is dealing with inner and overstanding. But they have put you in another standing where you understand them. The Moors were everywhere. And the reason they don't like to talk about that, because if you talk about the Moors being everywhere, you're talking about the high priest of Anu, the Nubians, the new being, buzzing, vibration, frequency, energy, organic energy. That, what do you say? What you say? That primordial pool. We were everywhere. So they don't like to talk about that, because if you're talking about that, you're talking about some real next level spiritual beings who will send a fireball at your ass for playing with them. And then as we got later in years, you were dealing with more of the Moorish, meaning the children, the humans we were training, teaching. But the Moors, we went to sleep. So they say sleep the cousin of death, because you can't kill them more. Moors get rid of everything else because Moors are the originals. That's why the old blood is dealing with the original blood on the planet, regardless if it's O negative or O positive. You niggas is tweaking talk about the O positive has to do, I think they have to say, have to do with the rhesus monkey gene. Okay, that's because this is what the rhesus monkey gene came out of. It was designed, meaning we took some of our DNA, we spliced it with caveman DNA, and you have what you call the Caucasian or the so-called white race today. Come on, bro. We was ancestors was what, quote unquote, gods. You think they really just be sleeping with something ugly? Do you not realize that you call things ugly because you have always viewed it as ugly? Meaning your lineage? They've tricked us. They told, well, I'm not a human, so I'm from the lineage of the immortals, the Moors. I'm a Moor, so, but you guys are my children. I'm my ancestors' children. I ain't really picking up big L title yet. I'm just a protege who has been doing this for a long time. But you know why you think things are ugly? And it has nothing to do with someone's like my eyes. Like how we look at things as being beautiful. We look at their eyes. I might like a woman's smile. I like how her hair. Normally, on the physical level, that's how we as men look at women, or should I say, we were taught to look at women like that. But in truth, when you start raising up in frequencies and vibration, we actually start to look at other things, because based on the knowledge of the womb, the wisdom of the womb that you have, you see other beauties that the norm don't see. So a lot of women that I didn't think were attractive at the time, when I started raising my frequencies and vibrations, I actually started finding more women attractive. Like a lot of the things, like when I was growing up, because I was programmed, a lot of times when I would see girls with their natural hair, I didn't like that. But now it's like, it's like most attractive thing I can see, because it's like then I'm looking at things from the nations of families, and I'm looking at all these other nations of families, and they wear their natural hair. They wear their natural hair more than they wear the fake hair. But see, it's the opposite in the so-called black nation. Well, not black nation, black society. But there's different in the Moors. With the Moorish, it's different with the Moorish people because of the Americas known as so-called black people, but they're not. They wear more of the fake hair than their own natural hair. And for me, as a Moorish American, I want to see my women in their natural hair too. That's one of the reasons we go outside of races too. That's what people don't know either, or as so-called black men, they don't tell you women, is that we go and deal with other women too because we like seeing them with their natural hair. We like getting, like me, myself, I like getting up to something that's beautiful regardless. Like, I know her breath, like she probably got up, her breath stank a little bit. She might be farting and stuff like that. But regardless, like when I see her, I see beauty. Or when I get up, like, oh, she got a little drool right there, but she's so fine. For real, G. So, I say that to tell you, like, the real beauty is from the light that we see and the geometry of their makeup, like their body. The actual geometry, though, like the circle, the square, the triangle. What a lot of people, but you're not aware of, is that you actually see things geometrically. Like, your attention to detail is off of the geometrics, and then you start to zoom in and get detail on people. So that's why, like, when you're walking down the street and you see a chick, and like, in the distance, you like, dang. You like, dang, shorty, look, grade A. You know what I'm saying? I need to give her a baby. I'm just saying though, like, my niggas know, they know what I'm talking about. And then you pull up on her, and it looked like motherfucking a walrus just came out. Oh, the real. You know what I'm talking about? That's because you're looking at the geometry. You at a certain angle of light, and you seeing the geometry, and the geometry look angled right. You feel me? The curvature looks amazing. Like, and now you see they came out, my mans. You see they came out with these jeans where they make their booty look all plumped up, even though they ain't got no heels on, right? Tricking us again. Y'all gotta be paying attention to this geometry out here, bro. Cause that's what we attracted to. So that's why I'm saying, like, our ancestors, they created everybody. Like, okay, so you got the rhesus monkey gene, right? And everybody, and there's a whole group of people who have that. But then at the same time, some of us, we made children too. Like, we took part in that too. Like, so instead of like making our children mostly all, just robots, like just go do your work, savage, put in that gene inside of them to make them ultimately destroy themselves, because that's what the lower ones, that got in trouble. A lot of them got in trouble. They did that. They wanted them to be, they wanted them to ultimately, humans to ultimately destroy themselves, because you're not supposed to exist, because in order to be dealing with these higher, like gold and silver like that, you gotta be a certain vibration to even find them. Because remember, it was all buried. Like motherfuckers is like when you see like gold overflowing in water, bro, that means that there's a lot buried in that land. But that actually doesn't mean that it's a lot it's not as much as people actually think, because the river is supposed to be full with gold. Like our sand on this planet should really be like all all gold, like gold dust. Did you know that? Like we supposed to have like diamonds with your crystals like in our water. Did, did you know you supposed to have crystals in your water? Did you know like because we use it because this is a ship. It's a shim. Like Earth is a shim, so she needs like certain crystals to like help direct her energy. She used like certain metals to keep the ship from overheating, from the engine over overheating. Or did y'all know that? You got rubies and stuff, and that's like like your different microchips. And then the trees is like the signals, and then you got like the water above creating. Y'all know this? Did y'all know this about Earth? Did you know that's why they say in the book, the roads paved with gold? Because your whole. Did you hear about like the diamonds, river diamonds? Because it's supposed to be. Did you know that there's places on Earth right now that's like that? Go look on YouTube. And I gotta drop that. So the Moors was everywhere, baby. They don't want us to know that they want us to think just like now, like they do black people now. We're the minority. See, but they've been wanting to call us the minorities. But they finally got a lot of because then coming up into earlier times, our other ancestors, a lot of them, they actually took the oath to get bread so it could be better suited. Because we fucked up. A lot of us fucked up. We didn't know how to do anything on our land. We didn't know how to take care of the land. We had a lot of it. We thought it wouldn't go away. So we ended up giving it all away. We rented it out, and then in the process of renting it out, we were falling asleep. We were becoming dumber, and they used the law on us. And so universally, a lot of the things they did they weren't at fault because we agreed to it. And then as the landowners, because we agreed to it, the universe has to go with it as well, because the universe, the Most High, they're not going to interfere like that if they don't have to, because they are looking at things from a way larger scale, way larger perspective than everybody else down here is. So, that's why this whole thing is dealing with the spirits on the planet, and the souls returning, which they call the Song of the Spheres. These are the souls, the soul beings, the star people. This is your star people when they talking about the Song of the Spheres and stuff in the good book and stuff like that. So all this stuff is taught to you, and the reason we're going from the good book right now, which is the Bibles, because you got good book Bibles, you got bad book Bibles, but the good book Bibles like the Geneva Bibles, you got the Jewish Orthodox Bible that show you Hashem and stuff like that, talking about them Shems. Hashem is a higher Shem. Earth is technically a higher Shem. She's or technically a higher being, who is working to get to her higher Shem self, which she is going to do, which she is doing right now. My sea star is doing right now, and that's why she's gonna fuck y'all up. Every one of y'all who's been mistreating her, mistreating us, she don't like that shit. She gonna fuck y'all up, so she gonna send us in, and we gonna fuck y'all up, and we're gonna just no, we don't have to fuck you up, but we're gonna fuck you up because you don't fuck with us like that. We don't play them games. So we're gonna fuck you up right before we leave. Then we're gonna leave. But I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not. I'm not eyeing myself like this. This me talking to you right now. Like he just learning, so he just growing. But ancestors gonna fuck y'all up. You little evil bastards. I ain't talking about the good humans and the people and all that like that. People who don't know what's going on. I'm talking about the little evil bastards that know. Oh, they know what's going on. They know what's happening. So, you know, see you later, guys. If I see you. Because I don't know you. But you're going to wish you knew me. 13 love. I'm out.